What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. So of course, Jason is being framed. I was hoping it was a plan to smoke Peter out, but no, he's definitely being framed. Jordan came up in there with a bag with a gun inside of it, talking about they got a witness who saw Jason toss the gun. At first, Carly and them, they were all thinking it was Liz, just ranting and stuff like that, and they were like, it's impossible for Liz to have seen Jason do something like that. But Jordan was like, no, it wasn't Liz who's a witness. So come to find out, the witness is Gladys' old ass, because she's sitting there mad talking about some she feels she had to do her civic duty, and she's basically doing this because she feels like Carly was the one who basically pushed for Sonny to kick Brando out of the family. She's so dumb. She don't even know what's going on, really. Like, she really does not know what's going on with her simple self. um so basically she's trying to punish Carly and Jason at this point. Like, she gets on my nerves. She need to really go sit her old ass down and go get a hobby, go play bingo, go play shuffleboard, go do what you do. But why are you involving yourself in something that can get you hurt? Because when Jason and Carly find out she's behind this, and they're going to find out, because once the trial happens, they're going to find out who the witness is, and they might find out sooner rather than later. And what do she think they're going to do to her when they find out? Because Carly ain't going to sit by and let this go down. And Jason not either. They gonna do something to get back at her old ass. Like, she should mind her business and go sit down somewhere. Everything about her is all about self-gain. The only reason she's doing this is probably because Cyrus is probably paying her off to do it. And of course, Peter, he's so confident that you know, Jason's gonna go down, he's gonna get away with everything because of this new alliance that he has with Cyrus. That alliance, I have a feeling it may work for a moment, but it's not going to last long, because Cyrus is probably going to do something to backstab him, or inadvertently do something. But either way, this is not going to be good for Peter in the long run. His days are numbered. And I really hope that Brando does something to get his little wackadoo mother under control. Like, get her. I don't think I really don't think Brando's probably gonna go to Carly and Jason and tell him that it's Gladys. I hope he does, but I don't know. Because as much as he doesn't trust his mother, at the end of the day, that's still his mother. And he knows that if he goes to Carly and Jason about this, who knows what they might do. They might have the trick killed. Which at this point, it would serve her right, because she need to mind her old ass business and go get a hobby. Go do something with your life. Like, butting in other people's business, trying to make it seem like she's doing all this for Brando. No, Trick, you doing it for yourself. That's what you doing it for. You don't give a damn about Brando. This is all about, that's what she cares about. The dollar bill. That's all she care. That's all she doing this for. But you reap what you sow, and she definitely will. I want to know what the hell going on with Britt. I really do, because her hand was trembling when her and Valentine was arguing. I totally love Britt. Like, I really do. And I love how she handled Valentine. Like, he coming in there trying to get updates about Maxie and find out about her. Like, I agree with Britt. At the end of the day, he needs to worry about Peter. That's what he needs to worry about. Because at the end of the day, Peter's going to be coming for Valentine at some point. He's going to want revenge. He feels betrayed. He feels like Valentine was a part of that betrayal. So he's going to get you back for it. So you might want to pay attention to that and worry about your situation. But he definitely took notice that her hand was trembling and stuff. Talking about, oh, he want to help take care of her. He want to help her out. She was like, I'm in a hospital with staff that can easily do that. I said, exactly. Um, I want to know what her diagnosis is. Like, what is going on with her? And I hope that they don't plan on killing her off. But she was pretty pissed off though when she had to reschedule her appointment with the specialist. I really hope it's nothing serious. I really do. Like, I hope it's not something that can kill her, because Them killing off Brit would be like a horrible thing because I really love this character. I really do. She's not a black white type character. She has a lot of gray areas to her. She has a lot of layers to her. I love it. She can be nice and she can be villainous. You know what I mean? And she could, it's not always either or. She can be all the above. You know what I mean? I love it. So I really hope nothing happens to her. But moving on from that, I feel bad for little Violet. You know what I mean? That little girl don't even have a clue of what's going on because clearly she's too young to know what's going on. She want to set up a tea party and go back to Anna's house and plan the wedding again and do all that good stuff. And Finn just doesn't really know what to tell her. You know what I mean? He doesn't obviously want to tell her the gory details because she's a child. But it's hard for him to look her in the face and be honest with her that they're not going back to Anna's. Um, Him and Anna finally had a conversation. They talked and declared their love for each other. They still do love each other, but at the end of the day, Finn cannot be with Anna because he has to put his sobriety first and he has to put his child first. You know what I mean? And he feels like, I feel like it was a real conversation between him and Anna. I feel like honestly, him and Anna had a real conversation. She was being honest with him. She was like, as much as she loved him, there are certain parts of her life that she cannot share with him. She can't be totally honest with him about because she can't guarantee him that certain things from her past are not going to pop up again because they will. And sometimes she has to be secretive sometimes to keep him safe, to keep Violet safe. She can't involve him in that world. You know what I mean? And Finn is coming from a place where, well, if you can't fully involve me into your life, then we can't fully be together. We can't do this. Because basically with Finn, it's all or nothing. And right now she can't be all there. It's like she can't share every little detail of her life with him. And I get it. I totally do. From a professional point of view, I get it. If she's working a case or she's working on something, there's things that she just can't tell him. You know what I mean? Or she can't get him involved because it can be highly dangerous. For him, for his daughter, she can't bring them into that. You know what I mean? So I totally understand where Anna's coming from. So the only solution for Finn was, well, we got to be separate. We can't be together because like I said, between the two of them, it's all or nothing. And Finn is not going to take anything short of that. As much as he wants to be with Anna and he loves her, that whole secrets and lies things is going to drive him crazy. And he's like, I can't do this. So it's sad to see them break up, but it was inevitable. It was inevitable. I knew I had a feeling that that relationship wasn't going to last too long because, like I say, on a daytime show, anytime somebody takes that long to get married, chances are that marriage ain't never going to happen. It's not gonna happen. If it takes you longer than a year to get married on this show, you ain't getting married. It's gonna fall by the wayside, and that's exactly what this relationship did. It crashed and it burned. But hopefully that opens Finn up to a new relationship, a new love. Um, it's a couple women on the show I could see him with, Liz being one of them. I could definitely see him with Liz. And, he has been bringing her up a lot lately and talking about being there for her. So who knows where they're going to go with that, Hopefully not too soon because her husband just died. So hopefully they don't, go there. But it was sad to see him and, Anna say their goodbyes and stuff. I know that was hard for both of them to have that conversation. But it needed to be had. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. Olivia pretty much wants Brooklyn to keep her mouth shut about this pregnancy. But I'm like, how long can she hide a pregnancy? You're back in Port Charles. How long does she think that she can hide this from Valentine? Eventually he's gonna find out, and I think today's that day. um and then she's sitting there talking about she don't want to tell her Ned about it because he got too much going on. Again, he's gonna find out. Obviously, I mean, you're big, you're pregnant. He's gonna find out. So it's like, how long do you think you can keep this? Soon as people look at you, they see that you're clearly pregnant. So, duh. I mean, how long do you think you're gonna hold out this little secret? Like, you might as well tell somebody. I really do feel like I understand where Olivia's coming from, not telling Valentine. I get it, but I feel like it would be a fool's game not to tell him, because when he finds out about it, it's just going to make matters worse. You know, if you tell him about it and y'all cooperate with each other, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like to paint Valentine as a horrible person. Yes, he's done some shady shit, but if you look at his track record with his daughter, he really does care about his daughter. So he's not going to do anything to harm this child or Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like, I think he'd be a great dad. Um, I think they should work it out, because honestly, it's not taking people long to realize Valentine's the father. As soon as she didn't want to talk about the father of Michael, Michael realized who the dad was, because it's public knowledge that before she left town, she slept with Valentine. And even Olivia figured it out rather quickly that Valentine's the dad. Like, what makes her think Valentine's not going to figure this out? If they're figuring it out rather quickly, he definitely will. And here she go running around town, and her ass done bumped into Valentine at Kelly's, and you already know he gonna put two and two together. Hopefully the writers don't try to make him seem stupid, like he can't put two and two together when he look at her. You see she's pregnant, you see how far along she is, and you think, oh yeah, we slept together right before you left town. Obviously y'all didn't use a contraceptive, so therefore, ding ding ding, what have you won? You won a new child. That's what you won. Tell him what he's won, Johnny. A new baby. That's what you want. Um, like, come on now, figure it out. So anyway, moving on from that, I feel bad for Chase. You know, Chase is having all these emotions. He don't really know how to feel at this point. You know, somebody he thought was his brother is really his father. Somebody he thought was his father is really his grandfather. Like, that is a lot. You know what I mean? So his emotions are just bouncing. So it's good that he had Willow to talk to kind of get him to see reason. You know, he has every right to be furious. He has every right. But I feel like his anger is somewhat misplaced, because, yeah, you have a right to be pissed at Finn, but why is he not mad at his mama? It takes two to tango. Your mama was in that bedroom with Finn that night that you were conceived. So if you're gonna be mad at your brother father, then you should be mad at your mama. That's who you should be mad at. You should be mad at them both. It was a collective effort. It was a collective decision. You should be mad at them collectively. That's how I feel. But I'm glad Willow was there to talk some sense into him and let him know. Like, you know, Finn's a good guy. He's already a good dad. You should go and talk to him. Like, don't alienate him. Don't ruin what y'all built now. You know what I mean? Like, go fix it. Go talk to him calmly. And I'm glad he did go to Finn. You know, hopefully it's going to be a good conversation between the two of them. Like, hopefully, because they really do need to sit and have that talk. So moving on from that, Jack sitting there trying to, you know, woo Nina back, trying to hope that Nina gives him another chance and stuff like that. Boy, Nina is about to go out of town. She ain't got time for you right now and your shenanigans. Like, Nina is so not thinking about Jax right now. That's the whole reason why she's leaving town, because she's trying to figure out her feelings. Because Jax basically feels like him and Nina are worth fighting for. But I feel like as long as Carly's in the picture, that relationship is never going to amount to anything. You know what I mean? Because Carly's needy. She always has an issue. And Jax is always going to carry a torch for her. As much as he thinks he's over Carly, he's always going to have love for her. And that love is always going to piss Nina off. Because anytime Carly wants Jax or needs him, he's always going to drop what he's doing and go run to her. And that's the issue that they have in their relationship. You know what I mean? Nina's not comfortable with that. You know? It's like your daughter is not a child. She's damn near grown. You know what I mean? Like, I understand you don't technically have to communicate with Carly. You know, not as much as they communicate. You know what I mean? Like, Jax communicates with Carly a little bit too much. Especially for a daughter that's a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're old enough to communicate with your child. You know? Not the mom. So, I definitely understand where Nina's coming from. Like, that's a little bit too much. Valentine was definitely shocked when when Nina told him he was leaving town because she had wrote a letter or whatever that she wants him to give to Charlotte because she's just going out of town for a little while or whatever to clear her head, get her mind right. And he was shocked, and you could tell he was sad by it and stuff like that because he's used to seeing her every day, and he's still carrying the torch for her, and he want her back. But I respect that Nina got to do this for her, and I think it's good that she is taking a step back. Hopefully, when she does come back to town, she'll come back with some better sense. I will hope so, because she been wilding lately. So it's like, bring it on back now. Come back with some good sense, with the good sense God gave a Billy Goat. So anyway, my boo Obrecht is plotting and planning. She done clicked her little pin. She got Dante under her spell, and she handed that man a gun. She said, you need to complete the mission. She said, since the police ain't doing what they got to do to take Peter down, you need to take him down. She said, you need to use Maxie's cell phone, lure Peter out, so that way you can kill him and drop that damn gun into the harbor. She said, now complete the mission and go do what you got to do. Because Peter was all smug and shit when he thought he was getting a text from Maxie. But come to find out, that text was really from Dante. So, to meet at Nathan's grave. And Sam was sitting there trying to call Maxie and stuff because Sam don't know either that Dante has that phone. So when Peter showed up, he quickly realizes that the text didn't come from Maxie. It came from Dante. So Dante about to pull a gun out on that ass. I don't think he gonna shoot him. I don't think he will. I definitely don't. I really don't think that he's gonna shoot. I don't think he's gonna do it. Either somebody gonna interrupt or something gonna happen, but either way, I don't think he's gonna get a shot off. I will hope so, but it ain't gonna happen that way. Because Obrecht was like, shit, we gotta do something because the WSB want this shit done. They want something done about Faison's son, and we need to be the ones to do it because the PCPD over here bullshitting, so they ain't got no case, so we need to do something. We need to figure it out. I said, go ahead, Obrecht, take initiative. I love it, but I also hate that she's using Dante like this. Because I don't want Dante to get caught up in no shit. I don't want him facing no charges and murder and all that. You know what I mean? So I would rather Obrecht do the dirty work her damn self. But, it is what it is. I mean, she feel like shit, we gotta, eradicate Peter from our lives right now. So I'm feeling this. So anyway, this is a pretty good episode today. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all later. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.